Next thing is a quick look at a quarters defensive scheme. So the reason we want to explore quarters is because there's quarters normal, quarters 1 through 7 in every defensive playbook. True or false?
True.
So this way, if you're in Draft Champions, you don't have to worry about 3-4 or 4-3. In Draft Champs, you're not going to have quite the right personnel every time, but you can draft towards it, and you're going to have success potentially with the scheme. So talk a little bit about a couple plays you like.
Yeah, so we're going to go over DB Strike 1. This is a universal play that kind of people run, so that's why we'll go over it. There's another play I want to shout out to the movement, the problem movement. I know that problem uses the FZ2 deep quarters, 1 through 7 quarters normal quite a bit. We're not going to go over that because that's a problem movement. That's a problem type play. But if you want to learn more about that, definitely go talk to Problem. Go check it out. See if you can see what he has going on with his setups and his plays. And that's something that he adds to this entire scheme to kind of make it better. But one thing we'll say here is DB Strike 1 could be the foundation of a defense that you have.
It's been good for 3 years.
It's pretty good. I mean, this is the play. If you throw back all the way to Madden when we started,
05.
This
Alan Rossum
this was your
blitzing
play.
off the edge.
The setup for it is just something as simple as a baseline press. I don't always love baseline. I feel like sometimes it kind of messes the blitz up. But all you want to do is you can crash your line down. Some people like down. Some people like to the right. I personally go with crash line to the right. And then what I do is I bring the safety up on the deep zone. And I user him over the middle of the field, and I just try to make a play. It's pretty good against the run. You have 5 guys blitzing, and as you can see, you get kind of holes that open up 4 lanes for you to shoot. It's a pretty good run D because you get good gaps to shoot.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to attack the edge with this run against this defense. Like inside zones for some reason just don't really work against it with the user in the middle. I'm wondering if like a dive would work better against it because half of this question is, how do you beat quarters DB strike? So the other side is, well, how do I actually run it to be effective?
Right. Well, the way you beat it is you isolate the receiver one-on-one on the side. Like the biggest weakness with this defense is that there's not a lot of help up top. Right. That's also its strength is that it's going to get pressure on you pretty quick.
Right.
And the other strength of it is if you block your halfback in a pass play. So run a pass play and block the halfback. The man that is defending him should come in and blitz off of him. And that's he doesn't here because it's the free safety lined up on him. But when the halfbacks line up outside there, what ended up happening is the defender that's covering the halfback will blitz most times, and that kind of picks up. Like your opponent is trying to call max protection and block the halfback, pick your blitz up. But when you block your halfback and your defender blitzes, it negates what's the pass protection.
If you were going to run a quarter scheme, how would you draft? Just as many would you wouldn't care about a D tackle. You'd want all D ends.
No, I would. I really value value a super beef D end D tackle because I want to always win this battle right here.
Right.
I always want to make you go left or right. I don't want you to have to push up the middle.
So you want one monster beef DT.
One monster beef DT, and then I'm going all athleticism all over the field. I'll let you run. I'll let you do whatever. I'm pot committed to playing quarters, so I'm going to say I can't really worry about a 3-4 D end.
Right.
I need to draft 5 corners that can cover, and then I need to draft safeties that can lay the boom in the run game, right? So like right there, I would want a corner there that has a good hit power, good tackle, because LaRon Landry could be really good there with a 98 hit power off that edge coming and play the run game. So I do believe that if you want to go on a really effective draft champions run, learning quarters. The defensive scheme that a lot of people are using, learn that meta and bring it to draft champions because it's in every playbook. So you're going to feel comfortable going to every playbook, every game, that you have a defense that you can somewhat rely on.
And we talked a little bit about it from Big Dime, but if you had to call one zone play, not the cover 2 play, but if you had to call any other zone coverage from quarters, what would you do? Would you go cover 4? Would you go? It's up at the top there.
So I mean, what I would do is I would come out in the DB strike.
Yeah.
Every single time. Maybe mix up the cover 4 drop. Because what I can do is I can go to DB strike and I can audible to 2-man and I can run the same style defense I run from Big Dime 4 and 6 right here. So now, I mean, I don't have the extra defender in the middle of the field. Like I need to do something like this. I need to bring him over. Like that. I need to do that. And now I have a similar setup to Big Dime 1-4-6 where I'm playing 2-man. I got the spies. I got the deep corner. So you could run a very similar defense with the quarters.
Yeah, you can definitely fullback dive against this defense, and you can get your 8 yards. But
Fullback dive against it is going to work pretty good.
it's going to work pretty well. It is. But it's still... It's not like you think it's going to be. It's not like you're going to get an instant touchdown or anything like that. It's going to make it more of a grinded-out game, and then you're going to be like 3rd and 3, and you're going to be like, should I pass? I can probably definitely get a fullback dive, but I'm annoyed. I got caught up on my own center last time, and it just creates a bit of a headache. I'm saying in draft champs, it's not going to be as good because you don't have like 5 CBs with 90-plus man coverage. You're probably not going to get that in your draft. But if you do want to play this, or you love 4-3, you love 4-3, you love 4-3, you got 3-4 playbook. All right, well now I'm just going to draft towards quarters because you know you have it.
Call pass play real quick and put the halfback on a route. Let's just see right here real quick. Go ahead. Yeah, I gotta get the actual crash down. The thing is, when you call baseline, sometimes it can mess up the way the pressure is supposed to come in.
Yep.
Let me see here. Go ahead. Call. I don't know. It could also be the formation you're in. It's a different type of formation, so you'd have to kind of check that out. But anyways, yeah. I mean, the quarters is good. It's very effective. Problem uses it quite a bit. So especially that cover 2 play. That's kind of his bread and butter. But quarters is a defense that you want to learn. It's in every playbook, and that's the main reason. That's the whole point of why we say you want to learn it. Spend some time in it, learn it, because it's in every playbook. And if you want to give yourself an advantage in draft champions, knowing quarters gives you that edge because every game you're going to know a defense that you can feel confident in.
All right, Ed.